All right, let's get right into it. Every great story needs a hero, and in the world of workplace efficiency, our hero has a name. 5S. Today, we're going to see how this powerful system can rescue your workspace from the villains of, well, clutter and total chaos. Just take a second and think about your own workspace. Do you ever feel like you're in a constant battle with your own environment just to get your job done? I'm talking about wasting precious time looking for tools, tripping over stuff that has no business being there, or just feeling drained by the mess. That's the villain, right there. It's inefficiency, and it costs more than you think.
But don't worry, a hero has arrived to tack on this workplace chaos. Meet the 5S system. Think of it as a superhero for your workspace. And this isn't just about a little tidying up. Oh no, this is a full-blown systematic approach to creating a place that's more productive, way safer, and a whole lot less stressful.
So what's this hero's origin story? Well, 5S is a time-tested workplace organization method that came out of Japan. It's all built on 5 core principles, 5 Japanese words that build on each other, starting with seri and seitan. And we're going to unpack all 5 of its missions as we go. This isn't some new fad, believe me. It's a serious strategy that completely transformed manufacturing, and it can do the same for just about any workspace you can think of. Okay, so these 5 pillars, these are our hero's superpowers. They are sort, set in order, shine, standardize, and sustain. Together, they form the foundation of the whole 5S method. Each one is a critical step in the fight against waste and disorder. And here's the key. You really have to do them in order for them to work.
Every hero's journey has to start somewhere, right? And for 5S, that first mission is sort, or seri. This is all about clearing the battlefield, getting rid of everything that simply doesn't belong.
And in this mission, the enemy is crystal clear. It's the clutter. It's the old, obsolete parts, the extra equipment that's just collecting dust. This stuff doesn't just eat up valuable floor space, it literally creates safety hazards. And let's be honest, it just crushes morale. It is a massive source of waste. So, how does our hero fight back? With a surprisingly simple but incredibly powerful weapon, the red tag. The whole idea is to walk through the work area and slap a red tag on every single item you even suspect isn't needed for day-to-day operations. Then all those tagged items get moved to a special holding area to be dealt with later. This is our hero's battle cry. When in doubt, red tag it. It's a simple rule, but it empowers everyone to take action. You don't have to get bogged down making a final decision right there on the spot. If you're not sure, just tag it and move it. This is what keeps the whole process moving forward, fast and effective. So to pull off this mission, it really boils down to 4 key steps. First, get your team together, the people who actually work in the area every day. Second, you launch a big red tag event, where that team goes to town tagging everything. Third, you have to actually evaluate every single item that got tagged. And finally, number 4, you take action. You scrap it, sell it, or return it. The point is, you get it out of there for good. All right, with the clutter defeated, our hero moves on to the second mission, set in order, or seitan. Now that we're only left with the necessary items, it's time to find the perfect home for each and every one of them. You've heard this saying before, and it perfectly captures the spirit of this mission. It's all about arranging your tools and materials so they are super easy to find, easy to use, and, just as important, easy to put away. The goal here is to completely eliminate the waste of searching for things. And there's a real science to this. It's not just random. You store the stuff you use all the time closest to you. You think about ergonomics to reduce strain, make it comfortable. Things that get used together get stored together. And of course, you label everything clearly so there's no guesswork. Now, the whole point of doing all this is to make the correct state of your workspace obvious just by looking at it. This is done by creating a system of visual controls. Which brings us to the third and fourth missions, shine and standardize. Shine, or say so, means keeping the area spotless. This isn't just for looks. A clean workspace is a form of daily inspection. It's easy to spot leaks or problems. Then you standardize, or seiketsu, which means creating consistent rules so the clean, organized state becomes the new normal. A shadow board is the perfect example of a visual control. The outline of each tool is marked, so you know exactly where it goes, and you can see instantly if something's missing. It's brilliant. But this is where the final, and maybe the toughest mission comes in, sustain, or shutsuka. This one is all about discipline. It's about turning these new standards into the very culture of your workplace, making sure things don't slide back into the old, chaotic ways. It takes commitment from absolutely everyone. So, after our hero completes all 5 missions, sort, set in order, shine, standardize, and sustain, what happens? What's the result? Well, this is the good part. This is the payoff, the victory lab where we see the real, tangible rewards of all that hard work. And I'm not just talking about feeling a little more organized. A proper 5S implementation leads to real, measurable improvements that you can actually track, improvements that have a direct impact on the bottom line. And just look at these rewards. We're talking reduced costs and higher efficiency, a much safer work environment with fewer accidents. You actually reclaim valuable floor space, which can be a huge financial win. The quality of the work itself improves because problems become way easier to spot. And maybe most importantly, employee morale gets a massive boost. People are just happier and more engaged when their workspace is clean, organized, and effective.
When all is said and done, this is the transformation we're talking about. The villain of chaos is gone. Your workspace is no longer fighting against you. It's become a strategic asset that's lean, efficient, and safe.
And you know, the best part of this whole story, this isn't some comic book fantasy. The 5S system gives you the tools and the framework. The power to actually transform your own workspace is entirely in your hands.
So I'll just leave you with this question to chew on. Think about your own place of work, whether it's wasted time, too much inventory, or just constant safety hazards. What specific villain could the 5S superhero help you defeat?